Hi, and welcome to The Lonely Triathlete. My name is Todd, and I am The Lonely Triathlete, coming to you live from Vancouver, British Columbia. On this wonderful Sunday, posting this on Monday. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend of training, racing, recovering from injury, or just taking it easy. I have a podcast, if you didn't know. Now, if you're listening to the podcast, then obviously you know this. But if you're watching on YouTube, yeah, I have a podcast. It's called The Lonely Triathlete. Go figure. So if you wanted to listen to the podcast rather than watch it here, you could search using Apple Podcasts or any other search engine and look for The Lonely Triathlete, and there you will find me. And if you listen to the podcast, could I ask you to do a favor for me, please? Can you give me a review? So listen to a handful of episodes and then let me know what you think. Give me a review. It just helps other people find the podcast. I think that's the biggest benefit of giving me reviews, and I'd really appreciate it. And by the way, I need to give a shout out to the only person so far to give me an actual review on Apple Podcasts. Their handle is Try High. Thank you, Try High, for giving me a review, at least a year ago. It says 1 year ago, but it could have been like a year and 10 months ago for all I know. So thanks, Try High, for that review. It's fantastic. I appreciate it. Thank you. So that's one and done. Maybe I'll get a few more. So now, on to the episode. Well, as I said, it's Sunday, or Monday if you're listening. And I hope you all had a great weekend. I had a fantastic Saturday. I did a very long outdoor cycle with my son. I would call it medium light intensity, right? Still checking out the back. Got this back injury I'm recovering from. We were actually out for quite a long time. It felt like about an hour and a half. Now, it might have been an hour. I really wasn't keeping track of the time, but we were out there for quite a long time. Had a fantastic cycle around False Creek, which is a really cool area here in Vancouver. The weather was amazing. The temperature was fantastic. So I did get out there and had some tension put on my back, but I had no back pain. So that's fantastic, right? Back pain pretty much gone, and it's been a week and 2 days. So, crossing my fingers that this is a good sign. So the next step in my rehabilitation journey is to do some light cycling indoors. I'll do some light running, and depending on how the cycling and running does, I've got to do another swim. A little nervous about the swim because that's where I hurt myself the last time. But I have to at some point, right? So maybe towards the end of next week, I'll do a bit of a swim, and I'll keep you all updated on how that goes. But this is my comeback from my latest injury. I live, luckily, about 2 blocks from the Pacific Ocean. It's about a 2-minute walk, 2.5-minute walk. Unfortunately, where we are situated on the globe, the water is pretty cold year-round. I think the warmest it ever gets up to is, and I'm going to do this in Celsius, so sorry for all of you folks who are in Fahrenheit, but it's about 21 or 22 is as warm as it gets. So I have a wetsuit that I train in and race in, and I just ordered and received from Amazon a neoprene thermal swim cap. So I'm excited to put the swim cap on soon, get out to the ocean, and do some swimming. But first, I've got to get back into the pool, test out the back, make sure everything's kosher with the back. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'll keep you guys and gals all updated on how that goes for me. So what's the latest thing on my mind? Here's the latest thing that I've been really focused in on, which is heart health. The old ticker. Heart health and cholesterol. As you all know, I'm 55 years old. I've pretty much locked down the exercise thing. I eat healthily. I don't eat dairy anymore. Haven't for the past probably 5 years. Not that dairy necessarily is the worst thing for you, but I've been hearing dairy maybe isn't the best thing for you, so I've been steering away from dairy. I've been trying to cut out added sugars. I used to be a real sugarholic. I mean, ask my kids. Bags of gumballs, like daily. I would just love sugar so much. I've really cut sugar out of my diet. So that's a fantastic, health thing. So no dairy, no sugar, low salt, whole foods, mostly vegetables, little bit of animal protein. Snacking kept to the minimum. I love kettle chips. Yes, I love the bad stuff, donuts and all that, but those are like little treats that come here and there, but they're not like a regular part of my diet. So I've got exercise figured out, I've got diet figured out, I meditate 20 minutes a day, I take an afternoon nap, 20 minutes, every day except for weekends, but usually every day I take a 20-minute nap in the middle of the afternoon. And my cholesterol's high. Could be a genetic thing, for all I know. My parents are both on statins. They have high cholesterol. So probably is a genetic thing, but I've done everything I can and I've got high cholesterol. Now, my family doctor, when this came up a couple of years ago on a test, he said, well, Todd, your HDL, LDL ratio is normal, so I'm not worried. Yes, you have over the normal range of cholesterol, and you have over the normal range of LDL cholesterol, which is the bad cholesterol, but your HDL, LDL risk ratio is good, so I'm not concerned. So, okay, that makes sense. All right. And then last year I got a lipid panel as part of a routine medical thing, and again, high cholesterol. And this time the clinical doctor said, so if you want to start some medication, aka statins, if you want to start some medication for your high cholesterol, I can prescribe something to you now. And I was like, okay, I'm confused. I get it. I've got higher than normal cholesterol, but do I have to be on medication for this? So this started a lot of research on cholesterol and heart health. And it turns out the unfortunate thing in Canada, in our current medical system, is they don't run a whole ton of tests on this. They essentially say, unless you have an artery which is 50% blocked or more, we're going to just give you medication. So you've got high cholesterol, here's a statin. Well, and everything I've read says you don't necessarily need to take a medication. In fact, 50% of those people that have a heart attack don't even have high cholesterol. So why are we just throwing medication at people with high cholesterol as a knee-jerk reaction? I'm sure there's a good use case for cholesterol lowering medications, but it can't be just a cookie cutter. Oh, it's high? Here's a medication. Oh, you have a blocked artery? We'll put a stent in there. We'll do some rootering in your arteries and we'll put a stent in. No, I want to know, like, what is the latest research about cholesterol? And I found out there's a lot that you can look into. The density of the cholesterol. Is it small enough to get in behind the artery wall? Calcification, plaque levels. Do you have stable plaque or unstable plaque? Like, there's a lot to look at. Triglycerides versus the triglyceride over HDL ratios. That tells you a lot. I've read so much to know that there's more to heart health and cholesterol risk than just a high number on your total cholesterol. So, my partner and I found a private clinic that will do extensive and comprehensive cholesterol testing. We're talking about lipid density, ultrasounding of the carotid artery, putting lights under your tongue to look at your small blood vessels under the tongue, assessing calcification, assessing plaque buildup, assessing plaque stability, just the whole shebang, or like a treadmill test, blood tests out the wazoo. Now, it's expensive, but it's my health. And I am okay to take medicine. I take medicine for high blood pressure. So I'm okay to take medicine when it's warranted. I just don't want to take it as a knee-jerk reaction to something. And if there's some dietary things I can do, can I lower my carbs? Can I take more omega-3 fatty acids? Like, eat more beets, increase the nitric oxide. Like, there's lots of things that I might be able to do to be able to get my heart health in tip-top shape, and maybe reduce cholesterol, reduce triglycerides, reduce LDL before I have to take a medicine, right? So that's the thing I'm looking into, is what's it going to take, where am I at, and what's the latest medical scientific research around this topic. I mean, like I said, I exercise well, I eat well, I sleep well, I cut out drinking midweek, I meditate, and yet my cholesterol is high, and I want to know how serious of a problem that is, and now's the time to get it done. So those tests happen in a couple weeks, and I will let you guys know the outcome of that and what I learned from that. But that is the thing that's been occupying my mind lately, is what's going on inside my body? Am I at risk? Should I be concerned? What should I do to make things better? Because I want not only to live a long time, I want to live a long time healthily. So that's what I am embarking on this journey for, is to find out how I can do this. So that's me. I hope you guys have a great week. I hope you train hard. I hope you rehabilitate from any injuries you might have. If you want to drop me a line, I would love it. I get no emails from you. I got one email, and I'd like maybe 2. That'd be awesome. So the email is thelonelytriathlete, all one word, @gmail.com. Okay? Until next time, I hope you all have a great, prosperous, healthy, happy week. Bye.